And by PNC Foods, headquartered in Syracuse for over 50 years, operating 70 supermarkets in New York and Pennsylvania. PNC, your closest friend.
Today's mission is fueled by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and
Delta Airlines. Because learning about geography is a great way for kids to learn about each other, no matter where they hang their hats. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
Curses. Those Acme time pilots use computers to track my crooks, which makes me a very unhappy criminal mastermind. But that's all about to change. Soon the history of computers will disappear, thanks to me. And Dr. Beljar is the perfect choice for this heist.
You called, oh conniving commander?
Yes, I'm sending you through the time port to France in the year 1804. There's something very special I want you to steal.
Splendid! A good theft always recharges my batteries.
Good. This info beam will give you all the details. Now, get going.
Time pilots. Dr. Beljar just stole something from the past. You've got 28 minutes to get it back, or history will change forever. Initiate chrono skimmer launch sequence. Boot up the chrono computer. Power up the engines. Extend the temporal sequencer. Now, get going.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Chrono skimmer, engines hot, vile villains, evil plot. Our brave squadron leader will help us defeat her and bring back the loot to its rightful place in time. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and we're chasing her through history.
And here's the time pilot squadron leader, Kevin Shinnick.
Welcome aboard, everybody. I want you to hang on tight because we've got a very big mission, but very little time. So let's meet today's time pilots, starting with Sarah Levin. Come on, Sarah. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. And Dallas Raines. Dallas, come on, buddy. Good to see you. All right, and Allie Smith. Welcome to the squadron there, Allie. Very good, guys. Time Squadron, you've heard the mission from the chief. Let's check in with the Chrono Skimmer engine crew. Crew, are you ready? They look ready and raring to go. That's what we like to see. All right, just so you know, pilots, we depend on fact fuel to power the Chrono Skimmer, and you'll be generating that fuel with your answers, okay? So, each of you is equipped with 100 power points. So, let's begin our pursuit of Dr. Beljar. Chief, what's our mission profile?
Squadron, your time target is 1804. Destination, France. Until that time, complicated fabric patterns had to be woven by hand. But then, Joseph-Marie Jacquard automated the process. He used punch cards to program the path of the weaving needles. Where there was a hole in the punch card, the needle went through. Where there wasn't a hole, it didn't. His invention revolutionized the textile industry and inspired the first steps in computer programming. Or so history told us, till now, when Dr. Beljar dashed back in time, then dashed off with this device.
Thanks, Chief. Time pilots, for 10 power points, what did Dr. Beljar steal? Was it the Jacquard loom, the cotton gin, or the sewing machine? All right. Sarah, what'd you say?
The Jacquard loom.
The Jacquard loom. Okay, and Dallas?
I said the Jacquard loom.
You also said the Jacquard loom. And Allie?
And I also said the Jacquard loom.
You also said the Jacquard loom. Well, you are correct. Jacquard loom is the answer. Way to go, guys. We're starting off on an excellent foot. And time pilots, the punch cards, the Jacquard's loom, inspired computer punch cards like these. See these? which was still being used as late as the 1990s. All right. Well, we now know what Dr. Beljar stole. And if one of you today can retrieve that loot, you can capture Carmen Sandiego, you will win a complete multimedia computer system. Engine room, let's warp to the time of the crime. Okay, pilots, we followed Dr. Beljar back to 1804, but you know what? I think he knows we're onto him because he's about to do some globe hopping in the early 1800s. So that means for us, it's time for global pursuit. All right, grab your controls, watch the globe on your screen, and buzz in when you think you know the answer. If you're right, you get 5 power points, and if you're wrong, you lose 5. Remember, we're in the early 1800s. Ready? Beljar's in the country where an astronomer has calculated the orbit of Halley's Comet. Anybody? Time is of the essence. What do you think, guys? Yes, Sarah.
Germany?
Correct. Germany is the answer. Very good. He dashed to the country where the government awards £10,000 to the inventor of the power loom. Yes, Allie.
England?
It is England. 5 points for you. Very good, Allie. Now he's in the city where the Lewis and Clark expedition finally returns. Yes, Sarah.
St. Louis?
Correct, St. Louis. That's 5 points for you. You guys are doing excellent. All right, Beljar, zoom to the nation where a doctor creates the first stethoscope. This time going to Ollie.
France?
Yes, France. 5 points for you, Allie. All right, then he ran to the city where Charles McIntosh invents a waterproof fabric. What do you think, guys? Last one. We got to hurry along. Yes, Dallas.
Rag?
Good try, but the answer is Glasgow. All right, well, that was an excellent round, and we're going to be an excellent squadron, I can tell. TIE pilots, Dr. Beljar just skipped out of Glasgow, though, just before we got there. So, I'll tell you what, though, the clue finder's locked on us some time turbulence. I'll tell you when. Ooh, right here, later in the 1800s. Readings indicate it's someone who can help us, so let's bring her on board. Hi. Here, come on. Hey, you have a punch card. Does that mean that you found the stolen loom?
No, sir. I'm Lady Ada Byron, and I've been helping a friend with the analytical engine.
What's that?
Oh, well, it's a machine that will perform arithmetic or store numbers in memory. We'll use a punch card to give it instructions.
Wait a minute, you're talking about the first computer, aren't you?
Computer? I don't believe I've ever heard that word.
Wow, wait a minute. That must make you Lady Byron, the first programmer. How exciting.
Another strange word. I think you're a very strange young man.
Oh, this is great. Listen, if you're a programmer, you're going to need some things. Listen, I happen to travel with these things all the time. Here's a keyboard. That's going to come in really handy, I know that. And, well, of course, you're going to need a mouse. And, well, with a mouse comes a mouse pad. That'll explain itself. Oh, and this is a great screensaver. You're gonna like that, I can tell. Okay, oh, yeah, and we have a modem. It's kind of heavy there. Oh, and listen, you can't work all the time, right? So we got this great game, Toad Blaster. You're gonna love it. That's great. Wow, it's great meeting you. Wow. Lady Byron. Whew. All right, pilots, Ada Byron created a program for the analytical engine, but who conceived of the machine and when? Was it Ben Franklin in the 1780s, Charles Babbage in the 1830s, or Albert Einstein in the 1930s? All right, Sarah, what'd you say?
Charles Babbage?
Charles Babbage, 1830s. Okay, good. Dallas?
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein, 1930s. And Allie?
I said Charles Babbage, 1830s.
You also said Charles Babbage, 1830s. Well, the answer is Charles Babbage, 1830s. All right, 10 points for Sarah and for Allie. All right, pilots, let's warp to the 1830s. We're here in the 1830s, and I was noticing that... What? Oh, you know what that means? That last warp depleted our fact fuel. It's time for a data boost if we're going to complete this mission. All right, Charles Babbage conceived of the analytical engine in 1833. Time pilots, I'll name a person who was alive in 1833, and you buzz in and tell me if they were about 15 years old, that's 1-5, or about 50 years old, that's 5-0. in that year, all right? If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, you lose 5 power points. Here we go. Tell me about future President Zachary Taylor. Is he about 50? Okay. Sarah, what do you say?
About 15?
Say again, 5-0 or 1-5?
1-5.
That's a good try, but the answer is 50, 5-0. Zachary Taylor took office in 1849 at the age of 64. All right. How about future Civil War General William Tecumseh Sherman? What do you say, guys? Yes, Dallas.
About 1-5.
1-5, correct. He was about 15 years old. Very good, Dallas. Okay, how about Susan B. Anthony? Yes, Allie.
About 1-5.
Correct, 1-5, 15, about 15 years old. And how about Victoria, the future British Queen? Yes, Dallas.
1-5.
1-5 it is, about 15 years old. She was Queen of Britain from age 18 to age 81. A long time. Finally, King of the Wild Frontier, how about Davy Crockett? Going this time to Allie.
About 1-15.
No, that was a good guess, but it's 5-0, 50. He's about 50 years old during that time. But we're moving along very nicely, guys. You've replenished our fact fuel. Just a reminder, time pilots, all our data fuel is verified by Encyclopedia Britannica. Now let's continue on our mission and get back the Jacquard loom. Hey, wait a minute, that means something's materialized in the molecular generator. Could be a clue. Hang on. A vacuum tube and a... There's more? Yeah, a vacuum tube and a foot. Look at this. Well, early electronic devices used these before transistors came along. Times 18,000. What kind of 18,000 vacuum tubes in and 98 feet? Of course, the ENIAC, the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. It was one of the first electronic computers. It used 18,000 vacuum tubes and was 98 feet long. The ENIAC was developed to help the U.S. fight World War II. As it turned out, the war was over by the time the computer was completed, but the vacuum tube industry loved it just the same. Isn't that nice? I think it's nice. All right, pilots, where in time is Dr. Belljar? Tell me the year. Was it 1926, 1936, or 1945? Okay, Sarah, what'd you say?
I picked 1945.
1945. Dallas?
1945.
1945 also. Allie?
And I also picked 1945.
You also picked 1945. Well, you know what? The answer is 1945. Excellent, guys. Very good. Now we know where we're headed. And Squadron Jacquard's use of punch cards for his loom evolved into the use of punch cards for computers like the ENIAC. There's a lot at stake if we don't get back that loot. So, full speed ahead to 1945.
Catch me if you can, time pilots.
Whoa, Dr. Belljar just neutralized all our fact fuel. It's time for a data boost. All right, time pilots. I'm going to name a historical event. It's up to you to buzz in and tell me whether it took place in the 1840s or the 1940s. If you're right, you get 5 power points. If you're wrong, then you lose 5. Okay, here goes. Samuel Morse sends message by first U.S. telegraph line. Yes, Dallas.
1940s.
Good call, but it was the 1840s, 1844 to be exact. His dramatic message was, "What hath God wrought?" Atomic bomb dropped on the Japanese city of Nagasaki. Yes, Allie.
The 1940s?
Correct, 1945. It was the second and last time atomic weapons were used in the war. An A-bomb had been dropped in Hiroshima 3 days earlier. All right, Philippines gained independence from the U.S. Yes, Allie.
1840s?
Almost. It's 1940s, 1946 to be exact. All right, first photos taken of the moon. Yes, Dallas.
1940s?
Say it again.
1940s?
Almost. It's 1840s. Okay, 1840 it was, and of course, those were taken from the Earth, because, well, where else are you going to go? All right, finally, silly putty introduced. Yes, Allie.
1840s?
Good call, but it's the 1940s, 1949, all right? All right, great job, Squadron. We've refilled our fact fuel, and we're ready to go. All right, we've got to find out where in time Dr. Belljar has taken the stolen loom. If only we had something... Oh, hang on a second. We've picked up something on the trans-time signal monitor. Sounds like Dr. Bell-jar to Carmen. I'll put it up on the screen.
I mean the time when the first laptop computer was introduced. It's perfect for mad geniuses on the go. The old ENIAC computer used enough fuse to power a locomotive, but this laptop runs on AA batteries, and it's far more powerful. It seems everyone is talking high-tech these days, Carmen. President Reagan just proposed a futuristic defense against nuclear missiles, nicknamed Star Wars. The project will end up costing billions, but may never be completed. Sounds a lot like my college education. Ah! Over and out.
Okay, I think someone wound him a little too tight, if you ask me. Pilots, where in time is Dr. Bell-jar? Name the film that opened that year. Is it Gone with the Wind, The Return of the Jedi, or Jurassic Park? Hey, Sarah, what'd you say?
The Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Dallas?
I said Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. And Allie?
And I also said Gone with the Wind.
Said Gone with the Wind. The answer is Return of the Jedi. So very good for you, Sarah. 10 points. All right, now we know where we're headed. The year was 1983, in fact. So in less than 200 years, we went from Jacquard's punch card loom to laptop computers. But I tell you, if we don't get back that loop back to its proper place in time, all kinds of high technology may disappear, including this chronoskimmer. And I'll tell you something, I'm not walking home. I don't know about you guys. All right, pilots, we know where Dr. Bell-jar is. Now I've got to make one final leap forward in time. To do that, we're going to need all the fact fuel you can generate, and that means an ultimate data boost. All right, pilots, this is an ultimate data boost. Here, each correct answer gets you 10 power points. But if you're wrong, you lose 10. I'll give you a fact about computers. Your job is to buzz in and tell me whether it's true or false. Computers convert spoken words into print for the deaf. Is that a true statement or a false statement, Sarah?
True.
Correct, true. 10 points for you. Very good, off to a good start. Albert Einstein built the first personal computer. True or false? Yes, Dallas.
False.
False it is. Very good. All right, a computer predicted the election of Dwight Eisenhower in 1952. True or false, Dallas?
True.
It is true. 10 points for you. CBS News used a computer to project Ike's victory based on only a small percentage of the actual vote. All right, Chicago Bulls players use computer guidance systems built into their sneakers. True or false? Sarah?
False.
That is false. They're a good team, but I don't think they're that good. All right, President Franklin Roosevelt used a computer to type up his fireside chats. What do you say, guys? Yes, Dallas.
True.
The answer is false. All right, computers have a language called Pascal. Is this true or false? Allie?
True.
It is true. The language was developed in the late 1960s. All right, Toy Story was the first completely computer-animated feature film. True or false? Dallas?
True.
It is true. Very good. It took the computers 800,000 combined hours to generate the final animations. All right, microprocessors are implanted in the human body to control damaged organs. Is that true or false? Allie?
True.
It is true. Very good. 10 points for you. Finally, computers have to be watered twice a week. Is that true or false? Dallas?
False.
It is false. Excellent job, guys. All right, at this point in time, we'll see how well we did. Sarah has 165, Dallas has 145, and Allie has 155. That means, Sarah and Allie, you're moving on to the next phase of our mission. Dallas, you did a fantastic job, guys. Very good. I really mean that. Stay there, because right now, we're going to go to the chief and get a few words to say thank you for you, okay? Chief?
You did some great navigating in pursuit of Dr. Bell-jar, but sometimes that bionic bozo has all the luck. To assist you on future missions, I'm awarding you our Acme Time Net Mission Pack. You'll get a deluxe Britannica World Atlas, this official Carmen t-shirt, the chronoskimmer cap with you-know-whose picture in front, a Where-in-Time watch, and finally, this Carmen Sandiego CD-ROM library and board games. They're what top-notch time pilots pack for R&R breaks between missions. From the brass here at Acme Time Net Command, congratulations!
All right, Squadron, we've sent Dallas back to TimeNet Command while we stay on board and continue the mission. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right, Chief, we're ready.
Time pilots, the history of computing is at stake. Get to 1983 and liberate the loom. Kevin, you're in command.
Aye, aye, Chief. Time pilots, full speed ahead to 1983. There's Beljar. He's holding Jacquard's luminous cybersphere. I'll activate the loot tractor beam and bring it on board.
You'll never catch the brilliant Beljar.
Looks like Dr. Beljar has given us the slip again, time pilots, but we've gotten back the Jacquard loom and we have it safely on board. Now, to fix the history of computers and complete this mission, we've got to return it to 1804. Our last warp really drained our fact fuel, though, so to conserve what we have left, we'll make the trip back through history in 8 jumps. Let's check in with the Chief to get our flight plan. Chief?
Time pilots, you must navigate the chrono skimmer through 8 events from the history of computing, starting at the most recent event and finishing at the least recent event. The time pilot who does that goes on to chase Carmen and Dr. Beljar along the trail of time. Here are the events on your flight plan. First, Apple Computer. Babbage conceives of the analytical engine. The White House gets an email address. The Jacquard loom is introduced. The first pocket calculator. Carmen Sandiego software debuts. Computers are used during the Apollo moon landing. Computer breaks Nazi code during World War II. That's your briefing, time pilots. Good luck on your journey.
All right, Sarah, you have the higher score. You have the choice of going first or second.
I'll go second.
Go second. All right, Allie, I want you to, by listing them, navigate us back through time from the most recent to the least recent. All right, whenever you're ready, we can take off.
Computer breaks Nazi code.
Okay, no, not this time, but we're going to go to Sarah. Sarah, again, most recent to least recent. Navigate.
White House gets email address.
Correct, 1993. Can you pick the next most recent event?
Carmen software debuts.
Yes, 1985. Navigate us to the next most recent event.
First Apple computer.
Correct, 1976. You've gotten us this far. Take us to the next most recent event.
Apollo moon landing computers.
No, I'm sorry. We go back to Allie. From the top, Allie.
White House gets email address.
Correct, 1993.
Carmen software debuts.
Correct, 1985. Tell us the next most recent event.
First Apple computer.
Correct, 1976. Navigate us back to the next most recent event.
First pocket calculator.
Correct, we're halfway there. 1971 you've navigated us to. Keep going.
Apollo moon landing computers.
Correct, 1969. Can you navigate us back to the next most recent event?
Computer breaks Nazi code.
Yes, 1943. We're almost home. Can you navigate us back to the next most recent event?
Babbage's analytical engine.
Yes, we're at 1834, Allie. Can you navigate us back to the next most recent event?
Jacquard loom introduced.
Correct, 1804. You have saved history. Way to go. You have repaired time. You did a great job. Congratulations. We're going to move on in a moment, okay? Sarah, you did a fantastic job. You really did wonderful. And now the Chief has a word about your next mission.
A squadron's only as good as each of its members, and you've been an outstanding time pilot today. That's why I'm awarding you this terrific TimeNet mission pack. And this cool portable CD player. The stereo headphones will let you listen to top-secret mission profiles, and the rechargeable batteries will power you through any situation. You're a top-flight time pilot. Congratulations.
Okay. Allie, you've done excellent. Right now, Sarah is piloting the chrono skimmer back to the present, but Carmen's on the move again, and you've got to chase her down, all right? So it's time for us to leave the chrono skimmer and move down to the trail of time. Chief, is that a go?
I'm inputting the transportal departure codes, Kevin. Prepare to exit the chrono skimmer.
Here we go, Chief.
Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. Stop her crime and solve this mystery. Tell me where in time is Carmen Sandiego. We're on the case and they're chasing us through history.
All right, Allie, we've made it to the trail of time. You've got to track Carmen through 6 time portals by answering her questions. Doing that, you'll energize the capture crystal and track Carmen. And you'll win the big multimedia computer system. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Each question is 6 seconds long. You've got 90 seconds. Ready, set, go, Allie, go! Follow the engine crew to the first portal.
It's 9:60. What counting instrument is being used in Europe? The sundial or the abacus?
The sundial.
All right, crank the crank to open the gate. Go, Allie, go! Keep up the good work. Almost there. All right, no, this way, go straight through. Yeah! Follow the engine crew to the next portal.
It's 1844. Who transmitted the first telegraph message? Thomas Edison or Samuel Morse?
Samuel Morse.
Yes, Allie, you've got 4 left and 56 seconds. Keep up the good work.
It's 1929. Where is the tape recorder being developed? Germany or Panama?
Germany.
Yes, keep going. You've captured Dr. Belljar.
It's 1945. What computer was built to help fight World War II? ENIAC or Macintosh?
ENIAC.
All right, you've got 30 seconds left. Keep going, Allie.
It's 1975. What is the new computer language for beginners? Easy or basic?
Easy.
Crank the crank to open the gate, Allie. Crank it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. 1 more left, Allie.
It's 1995. What completely computer-animated movie premieres? Aladdin or Toy Story?
Toy Story.
Yes, Allie, you've made it through the trail of time. Congratulations, kiddo. Come here. You should feel happy because you've also energized the capture crystal. Are you ready to complete this mission?
Yeah.
All right, then take the capture crystal and place it in the chronolock chamber to capture Carmen Sandiego. All right, Allie, you've captured Carmen Sandiego. You feel pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, and you completed all your missions. So right now, the chief wants to show you what...